Alright, we are officially live and back at it again. So it's been a little bit, to say the least, since we were able to get together for our adventure. So we also did a little stuff off stream, so I want to go ahead and kind of recap the goings-ons. Our last session, we'd arrived at Tenaria, began working our way through the streets. The party was jumped by assassins just openly in the middle of the day in the middle of the street. Lodryn was struck by a demonically poisoned blade, would put him in a coma. Carr was also struck, but he still maintained his life force and consciousness, so it never overtook him. Killed both of the assassins with the help of Ileana, and immediately after, guards of the city came to interrogate the party, and by the time the guards had arrived, Ileana had slipped away and hasn't been seen since. The interaction with the guards did not go as planned, for the most part. They were coming to throw you in jail and fine you, was their ultimate goal, with the fining being the more important part, at least from their perspective. And altercations on a minor scale took place as people tried to escape and flee, and they used their magic whistles to nullify that attempt entirely, bringing everybody back to their place, tacking on some additional charges, and then after the party paid for it out of the general party funds, they just simply left. Said they'd keep an eye out for you. After that, we went to see what we could do for Lodryn, and at first we thought he was actually dead, but the coma was being magically induced made it look as though he was dead, although he wasn't. We went off to the library after getting him settled at the inn nearby to see if we could find any information, A, about deities, or B, about the nature of a poison that could have this effect. We found one to be one of demonic power, channeled from a demonic entity that had to be relatively close, and the only way to break that bond was to actually kill the demon. While also in the library, we met a very, very elderly wizard who just floated around a little bit, who knew quite a bit about traversing to deityhood, as that was his lifelong study, something he had tried and not been successful at, well, at least as far as we could tell. It took us a bit to get into the library, having to go through some of the legal rigmarole, if you will, of the complex society that is Tenaria. Once we knew kind of what we were dealing with, the next thing was to continue on seeing what's going on with the Archduke. We came across his manor and scouted it, just kind of laid in wait for a whole day to see what was going on. And that's where our stream kind of led up, was after our first day's observation. Saw a lot of mercenary groups coming and going, servants and stuff coming in through a rear entrance. And first couple of days, there was quite a bit of activity still, very similar to that first day. And then as the days went on, less and less activity was taking place. And then on the 6th day of observation, a caravan came and loaded up many, many crates onto wagons, and tons of servants all got in carriages as they all left, being escorted by a large number of these half-dragon mercenaries. And after which, everything was quiet on the manor. See if I left anything out there. paid particular attention to the crates themselves were large rectangular crates as opposed to regular just supply crates, which are more cubic in nature. These were very long rectangles. We noted that they were 7 feet long, approximately by about 3 feet wide. Let's see, other than that, yeah, there were. The only other details that we had talked about was that the accompanying guard that escorted the servants and supplies away numbered roughly 30, 20 of which were the half dragons, and 10 of which were figures in dark hooded robes. And so today we begin our session back after our day of scouting at our inn on the end of the 6th day.
In the last session, you'd mentioned something about the Magister replying to me. It's after Lodryn was struck down. Izzy had kind of talked to the heir, remembering that the Magister said that he'd be watching over them.
Yes, and we were waiting for a reply. Let's see, I do have that here somewhere. Okay, so I've just got some bullet points. He would have done so in flowery kind of language, and more in some more not necessarily detail, but in at least in complete sentences. Here's some bullet points in his reply, at least. The assassins, when they died, and the mist kind of came out of them, and then they crumbled to dust. At least the first one did right away. The second one did not. And then you never saw it crumble to dust, but when you went back out a little bit later, the corpse was gone. So you could kind of imagine that that happened, or that someone, or maybe it didn't, and someone at least came by and cleaned it up in some way. But the bullet point there is that uh, this this looks like possession.
Oh, okay. A possession, is that a thing that demons can do? Or like a ghost kind of thing?
I'm going to need a knowledge religion check from people that want to discern that.
I have no modifiers.
It's it's definitely difficult to pinpoint as far as exactly what a source could have been, but something along those lines would make sense. Spirits, deity power, or undead or fiendish power. All seems like there's enough history of that happening that it wouldn't be a surprise. I guess if you knew that they were some kind of possession, that was the case. The another bullet point that you would have got in your reply from the Magister is about the manor house, and that even he cannot see he can't even see the manor house. near as much inside of it or anything connected to it.
Right. That makes sense, actually.
And so he points that out very specifically, that even his powers um, kind of fail him when it comes to any kind of viewing in or around the manor house. To him, it looks like just a regular, like the regular brown city block look, but with no buildings on it. Just looks barren and blank, a blank spot in that part of the city.
Not even any grass.
No grass. Devoid
Okay.
of vegetation or substance.
And have we determined how long that manor had been there? I remember somebody mentioning that this house had sort of risen to power within the last 100 years. But was the manor itself there that long?
Do a investigation roll. Just see kind of where we are.
No, new
The
dice.
the best you can discern on that subject is only not across the full span of the house, only the last 10 years or less. Some people are kind of confused as to the date. It just, for most of them, it's just there, and that's all that matters. You know, it's a prominent thing of today. And when they think back about, well, when did that come in? Uh, Obviously, they're like, they have long-term history. They know it hasn't always been there, and they know it hasn't even been there for a long time, really. But it just seems very cloudy, even on people's memory, as to when did it actually get here? I don't know.
Man, there's just so much like magic nonsense going around this mansion. It's making Izzy like super nervous.
Let's burn it down.
No, my mom could be in
Fire!
there. She could still be in there. Okay, so here's my thought. I think we need to somehow be invited in if this place is all magicked up and nonsense. I don't think there's going to be a way to get in any other way. So
I think I'm gonna get invited in.
well, I have two thoughts on that. My first thought is that maybe we could get in if Bijou could arrange some kind of political meeting of some sort, like a diplomatic, since he's so prominent in the city as a merchant lord. That wouldn't be unusual, I would think. If you guys wanted to, under the pretense of striking some kind of deal with him.
But what would he want from our tiny little island?
Well, surely you've got resources of some sort. If he's collecting resources, packing up for war, it looks like, with all these mercenaries, you may be able to at least pretend to offer something.
Hmm.
The other thought I had is a little bit more, shall we say, far-fetched, I guess?
Let's hear it.
Well, Izzy kind of glances over at Lumo. Lumo wants to be a god, so we could help make him a god. If we all dress up as monks and go introduce ourselves as wanting to spread the word of the Great Lumo, we may be able to convince whoever's at the door to let us in that way. Plus, that would also give us some kind of disguise to take a heavily pregnant woman out of the city.
I'll put my vote in for the second one.
Can we go all Kool-Aid Man on the front door?
You want to what now?
Kick in the front door.
I have my doubts that that would work, and it would also definitely draw the attention of the guards.
What guards?
Again.
Everyone left.
The city guards. There's still city guards walking around. Some of them are obviously under his employ.
Kicking of a door down would eliminate our attempt at subterfuge and sneakiness.
Plausible deniability.
I would just deny that I'm with him. See how far that gets me.
I'm an
Yeah, nope. I just showed up here. I don't know who these people are. Bumped into these people.
So I guess my thought is that the first idea is probably more likely to get us in. The second idea may be more likely to let us get out. But beyond that, I don't know if anybody else has any better ideas. I'm certainly open to it.
The only concern with the first study is who do we talk to get a meeting?
Oh, I can arrange that. I'm sure of it. Apparently, money is all it takes in this town. So
As much as I like the idea of me being showcased as a god, I haven't decided what kind of god I want to be yet, so I'm not sure I'm ready for this. This is after all a character, or a not a character, a persona, a visage that I'll have to project for the rest of my eternal life.
How about the god of gluttony and hunger?
Well,
No.
we could use it as a test run, and if it doesn't go well, then we can just kill them. Smite them, even.
See, I don't know if I want to be a smiting god.
Maybe Lumo just wants to party.
Isn't that what gods do to followers who displease them?
I'm
Or
all about
non-follow.
perhaps a new paradigm shift in the pantheon of deities. The last time I saw a god smite something, my entire land got blowed up. So I'd like to try a different approach.
That's fair.
but we have to be able to offer something that won't harm my island that I'm from. I don't want to bring all of my people in ruin. Just, I mean, Lodryn's very important to me, but
I doubt there's profit in bringing your island to ruin. Money is what they see. I think once we get in, we're not going to be able to leave anyone alive.
hopefully at least one person.
Just as a point of query, where in the inn are we conversing?
I figured we were in our room
In our room.
privately with the door closed, keeping voices fairly low.
Because
That was my assumption.
we have several rooms too, right? So are we in the?
Yeah,
I
you
would
should-
want to be wherever Lodryn was, so
Mhm.
I'd assume we were all camped out around him.
Okay.
So, Lumo, how did your library trip go? Did you find any knowledge to punch a god?
In a matter of speaking, maybe.
I suppose that's a start.
So I should arrange a meeting with who am I arranging a meeting with?
Let me pull up my notes so I have the right name.
My notes are horrible. You mean, sir?
Arella Feldoon, Archduke of the Tenarian House of the Setting Sun.
That's what I said.
Sure, I heard it.
Okay. I guess I'll go down to the docks. I think I can reach out to some people there. And I can also pick up some more change for us.
I think Izzy should go with you. I could stay out and look over Lodryn.
Okay.
I would be happy to go with Bijou to help her pick up her money.
We are we are at the end of the 6th day, so this would actually be evening time. At this time, just
Oh, we could go in the morning because I guess the implication is that the bank will be closed.
Banking hours, the same everywhere.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, I suppose morning might be a better time to go to the bank than now.
suddenly your conversation is interrupted as you hear a scream come from Lodryn as he kind of jolts up out of bed, just kind of upright a little bit.
I rush over and hold his hand.
I'm gonna back away.
For just a
Amazing.
moment, you can see him writhe, kind of in an agony, as you can see him grit his teeth as he's trying to focus. Time is short. I have used the last of my power to tell you what I've seen. The place you are looking to go is pure evil.
Does he look like he's like he's conscious or like he's possessed or what?
You roll medicine. See if it looks like he's naturally awake or being somewhat controlled. It's hard to tell as far as possession is concerned, but he does seem to be alive and suffering greatly, both to speak and to even just be awake.
It seems like actually Lodryn.
Yes. It could be very convincing otherwise, but it would have to be very convincing otherwise if it was some other kind of guise or projection or something. But from the best of your ability to tell, it looks like him.
Okay.
That dagger has a power that courses in me. And through its connection, I've seen demon being sacrificed to summon another. On somewhere there's rock, and in that rock lies a bunch of desecrated ground. Some rituals are taking place. People in robes are chanting some kind of power. Something like the barriers around the Badlands. Something related, one way or another. Kind of coughs and spurts just a little bit. As you can tell, his voice is starting to wheeze and get very ragged as he's still trying to talk. And you see him whisper a small druidic incantation, and you see a seed, kind of like a pine cone, appear in his hand from his druid craft. And he extends his big hand out towards Bijou. Plant it so that I will have a path back from the place I'm being drawn. And then you hear, kind of like the last breath wheeze out as he falls with the pine cone in his hand on his side on the bed, no longer breathing.
I try to cast a healing word.
You see, as you cast your incantation, the warmth kind of goes over his body. You can kind of feel it ripple over the top, but it doesn't ever get absorbed. It just kind of, as the warmth kind of glides over his body, it just flows off and dissipates.
Try to cast Spare the Dying.
It also seems to have no effect.
I mutter a few things in Kragan, just kind of to myself. Odin, Divala, Kapre. Very guttural stuff. Tell everyone I think he's gone.
Izzy just lets out a long breath.
So Bijou, after kind of seeing what's happening here, recalls back to the book that she had read about the poison. And the poison kind of draws on your life force and like your actual individual essence and life force, not just on the physical body, but on like a spiritual force itself, as it's tied to that demon. And the life that the tether keeps the subject alive, so that they can draw on, so the demon can draw on their power, kind of thing. And if the demon dies while under this tethering, it can just sever the tether and things, and then all of the people connected to him are fine. Or if the demon dies, it kind of has like a backlash wave kind of thing that can, kind of overpower the life force and snuff it out. That is one possibility. Another is if they spend a lot of time, if the person has some training with life energy, they can pool little bits of it and gather up enough of it so that they could come back to consciousness for a short period, but doing so would exhaust all the life force they have, killing them.
So he basically sacrificed himself so that he could tell us what he'd seen?
That's what it looks like.
But the pinecone. Wait. She scurries over Lodryn because she'd have to crawl over him, and grabs the pinecone and holds it really close to her, like she was hugging Lodryn's, ankle or something before.
He said he wanted us to plant that. Did he mean in the ground that had been desecrated, or just anywhere?
I took it as the ground that had been desecrated.
No, this is Lodryn. When we kill we have to plant this and kill the demon, and then Lodryn can come back to us.
Izzy kind of glances over at Carr like, I don't know what any of this means.
Where do you think we should plant the big fella?
Well, not tonight.
Not in this land.
No, he needs to be home. Or near his home.
Is that back on Taft?
I believe he told.
I forgot.
I believe he told people where he was from, but.
I asked him once, and he said it is a place that no longer is there.
Well, and I know the woods, but I can't remember what.
In the mountains near the Badlands from Lodryn. In the forest and mountains northwest of the city, next to the Badlands themselves.
Ah, okay.
Some of what was their land was also taken by the Badlands, just like Lumos was, but a lot of it was not. But then the guy leading the army of shadows came in and wiped out most of the land where they actually grew up at. And then that's why he left, and then he's been gone ever since.
Right.
So he needs to go back to Lodryn, towards Lodryn. But I think for tonight we should all rest because tomorrow will not be for the faint of heart.
Right.
Tomorrow, are you going to make arrangements?
Tomorrow we shall have our meeting.
Well, that's good. What should we do with Lodryn? With the body?
What would be done with the dead in Tenaria?
Kind of depends on stature.
He's a large man.
More like political stature, not physical stature. So there are, for the wealthy, there are, like catacomb kind of things for the wealthy to be put in. The poor are usually like they can't really do pyres because wood is pretty scarce, and then what wood they have is for merchanting ships and docks and the like.
Right.
But they often have places outside of the city where they, like for the really poor or the people they don't know, they have big mass graves outside of the city where they just put people's bodies, and then when they fill up, they pour like a viscous tar type stuff on it and light it on fire. And in the middle, it kind of depends. For the most part, they don't bury their dead like other cultures do in the same way. They just bury their post-burned remain, like their skeletons and stuff, after they burn them, and then they push the sand and stuff back over the top.
Bijou.
Mm-hmm.
Could you make arrangements with your embassy? Maybe we could
I'll make
Mhm.
arrangements for the body, yes.
get him out of this damned place.
Yeah, he deserves better than what he would get here.
Agreed. But we can't be hauling him everywhere either.
Weekend
Right.
at Bernie's.
Oh man,
That's what I told Joshua we're gonna do. Sorry, out of character.
that would be quite a campaign.
You could very well have him shipped somewhere. That's not unheard of, especially for foreigners.
So can we fast forward to morning or no?
That's up. I mean, if we had anything else we want to talk about or anything before we're ready to do that.
The only other thing I might want to do, and this could be possibly on the way to the embassy the next day or whatever, but I had thought about stopping at one of the apothecaries and getting a real potion that Izzy's mom had tried to get. But I don't know how much that would be, so.
How much that would cost for like just
Yeah.
a potion? The think that would depend on what stage of pregnancy we're in. And this has been enough time, based on your vision at least, that we're probably entering the later stages of pregnancy.
Oh, so probably just too late anyway.
Well, I mean, no, not too late. Just might be an ethical quandary.
Yeah.
But for, I mean, just the potion itself wouldn't be all that expensive. Probably even at its most is 10 gold or less.
Okay. Well, if it's that cheap, I'll just pick one up just anyway, just in case.
Okay. Just add it to your inventory and subtract. I'm going to do the roll here. You can just pick one up. It's the full 10.
Okay.
Inventory, day after potion.
Plan B.
But yes, if there's nothing else, then we can go ahead and fast forward with a long rest until tomorrow.
Yep.
That is fine.
Back to the city. Alright, tomorrow has come.
At the earliest light, like, I would be determined to set out and go, like, not stopping for breakfast, just heading out.
Okay.
And I would hope people are awake, but I wouldn't wait for people to wake.
If I was awake, I would have made sure Izzy was awake to go with her.
Yep. I'm up. I'm up.
I'm good
Are
here.
we making a something to take Lodryn?
No, we don't need to take him with us. We'll arrange that when we get there. Let's go.
Okay. All right. I'm coming.
I just stay to watch over Lodryn, just in case.
And where are you headed to first?
The bank at the docks.
Okay.
To the bank.
And how much did you withdraw last time? Was it 1,000 gold a day? Is that what they said?
So. Sounds right.
Okay. Yeah, so you go to the bank, and then do you want to just make it as they said, it was a no fuss. You show your you are who you are, and then they just give you the 1,000 gold, so there's your day's allotment? Or is there something else you would like to do there?
Oh, I'd also like to talk to the branch manager or whoever's in charge so that I could arrange a meeting through him or her.
Through the bank?
Mm-hmm. See if they know somebody that I could talk to. But I'll go ahead and add that 1,000 gold.
Mm-hmm. The branch manager is going to be a little confused. Just by your request, as it's not something he's used to getting. He's definitely going to be a bit wary as far as like kind of understanding the nature of such a thing, because he doesn't set up meetings by any means.
But you know who does, or who I would talk to in the city. I've lost all my companions from my city, and I just need some help, meeting with the Archduke.
Typically, amongst those that are on the Council of Merchants, would either go through, for particular mercantile business, would go through their official government building tracks to set up some kind of meeting, or if it is national relations in nature, one would go through their embassies.
Thank you. Can you point me in the direction of the embassy?
We were there before to get the papers for the library, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, and then we're off, and I head off that way. I don't even say goodbye to the banker.
And he's just kind of scratching his head like, okay, have a good day.
Is he gonna give a very charming smile to the banker and a little wave?
Just kind of seeing his turn like he's going to head back to his office, just shaking his head. It's just...
Okay, to the
To the embassy.
Thank you.
As soon as you go in there, you're greeted immediately by some of your people, Hello again, my lady.
I need to talk to someone about setting up a meeting, political in nature.
Oh, very well. And with whom are we meeting with?
Oh, I think it would be most beneficial for me to meet with Mr. Feldun.
You see him kind of start a little. You mean the Archduke?
I believe that is what he's referenced as. Yes, I think that would be right on task for what I need.
And what might I ask would be the matter of import to deal with the Archduke?
Well, just solidifying relations between us and Taft. An ambassador for Taft.
Well, right, well, yes, you're quite right there. You are indeed an ambassador for Taft. Okay, well, yeah, I think we could do that. Sure, why not?
All right, at the soonest possible moment.
Like
Today, if possible.
today.
I mean, this
In town,
afternoon
isn't
will work, but, this morning would be better. And I blink my eyes nice and big.
We could ask.
Fabulous. Go ahead and ask and
Sure,
get that started. I'll be right here.
Okay. See him go into the back, and then you see him. You can hear just like the scribbling of pen on parchment, as you see then a youngster, late teens, early 20s, kind of human age, but no, come out holding a letter, and you see him just kind of dash out the door. Okay, well, we'll just wait a little bit. Perhaps you should go. I mean, it'll take a little bit if you want to go, shopping or
Well,
browse
I have
or
one more
something.
thing I need to talk to you about. I'm afraid one of the dearest, a person who served the court for quite some time, has passed away in this city. And I would like to send him back to Taft. Do you think you could arrange that for me?
And you see him kind of like, is it something You seem kind of hunkered down, like a little hushed. Is it something we have to worry about? Is it something that we need to deal with?
Oh no. Oh no. I
the-
think it was just his time to go. It's okay. No worries. I just need him sent back home. That way he can take care of properly.
Oh, you seem kind of let out the sigh. Well, that's a relief at least. As you can probably tell from most of society, that could be quite bothersome if it had to be dealt with a legal matter. But very well, and then, and is he? Did you bring?
He's at the inn we were staying at. We'll need to
Okay.
send probably 6 or 8 gnomes to take him.
I think for
Maybe
something
more.
is that we might hire someone capable hands.
Trustworthy.
As you wish, my lady. I hate. Will there be anything else today?
I think those two should cover it today. You want me to come back in an hour and check and see the time of our meeting?
Yes, I think an hour would be. Give him time to receive a response. See, he's definitely kind of concerned. You can tell that he doesn't believe, even a little bit, that the response will be favorable.
Oh, and I hand him a letter to be sent. This letter here needs to be sent with the corpse that you'll be taking care of.
And to whom should we address or send?
The king, of course. He served the court.
So we should send both to. Okay, I think. Okay. Most unusual day.
As I leave, I kind of fake cough as I leave.
Is he just kind of standing there, like after you've told him the last little bit? It's just like it was the last straw for him. He's just kind of standing there, like with his mouth open and just like, just kind of standing there for a bit.
And we get out the door, I kind of snicker. Does Izzy get it?
Do I get sorry? There's a lot of your people have very nice taste in furniture.
Yes, they do. Should come visit sometime.
I just might do that. So, what are we doing for an hour then?
Did you eat?
No, we left immediately.
Let's go get breakfast and then we'll come back. We won't give them an hour, just long enough to eat something and come back.
Okay, that sounds good. Yeah, while Bijou was talking, Izzy was like running her hand along a velvet chair, just rubbing the fabric in different directions to see it stand up and lay down and stand up and lay down.
All right, so now you go. So you run off to eat. There's quite a bit of street fare, as far as food is plentiful in that regard. So you can kind of peruse and find something that suits your taste and return. And when you return, he seems to have pulled himself together a little bit. Now he's like, is it Has it been an hour already?
Near enough for someone of the court.
Yes, you would know that, yeah. I have just as a matter of clarity, I have indeed sent out a set of trustworthy individuals who will collect your fallen friend, of the court, I'm not sure, but either way, they sent with them someone who could potentially preserve the remains, at least for some time. That way, shipping will be less of a gruesome thing, and they should be there by now to take care of that.
Well, that seems like you've done a well enough job. What was your name again, so I can remind my uncle about you when I get home?
That is Parth, my lady.
And shall we be taking lunch with the Archduke?
I'm afraid our messenger has not yet returned, so I can't. And just about that time, the little boy, the younger boy, comes in, like kind of waving the letter overhead. It worked! It worked! Can't believe it! Here! And so she hands it over to him as he opens it up and looks. And you can see he is just shocked with some level of surprise. Well, not. Well,
On with
maybe
it.
not
Can you
lunch.
read or can you not read? What does it say?
Maybe not lunch. But how is now?
Perfect.
Now?
Isn't it now the perfect time? Carpe diem. Live the life. We'll go now.
Of course. Yes, now's great.
Where would he like us to meet him?
It has been requested that you come immediately to his home.
Fantastic. I love when somebody invites you into their home. Real homey. That's lovely. Thank you for your time, Mr. Parth. We'll be on our way.
Goodbye.
I leave.
Goodbye.
Was there more to the note?
Did you follow her out, or did you stay after he's like,
Yeah, well, he was stammering a little bit, so I'm just gonna hang back for a minute and just ask him if there was anything more to the note that he wanted to tell me, so I could tell Bijou.
It's not what is said, but it's a little concerning, the tone, as this comes more of a command than an informal request.
Izzy, just grab the paper. Let's go.
Yes, ma'am. But do you mind if I just take that?
Yes.
Is that okay? Okay, thanks. So I take the paper and kind of say bye and then head out.
Of course, I head straight to the inn to gather the rest of our compadres before I head to the manor.
When you look at the paper, it literally says they are to come now in all caps, and now is underlined.
Oh
And
my.
and that's all it says.
Okay. So I point this out to her and say, the only downside of this plan, well, probably not the only downside, but one of the downsides was that he definitely knows we're coming.
Isn't that what we wanted?
Sort of?
We wanted to get in the manor today.
Yeah. No, this is good. We'll just have to keep an eye out for ambushes, etc.
So take a different route. To the roofs?
The roofs?
Yeah, we'll transverse the city on roofs. It'll be easier to not be ambushed by. Wouldn't you think?
Mm, I'm not sure how easy it would be to go across the
Traverse.
roofs. Yeah, traverse. Thank you.
Often those words.
Hey.
Your recommendation then, Izzy?
Walking through Tenaria in general is best to, I feel at least, not act out of character for any regular person.
Fine then. Would you like to be the front guard or the rear guard?
I can take the front if you like.
All right, I'll follow.
Okay. But we're just going back to the inn to collect everybody else, right?
Quickly. They said now.
Yes. Okay.
Don't
so
want to keep him waiting.
we go back to the inn.
Making it snappy.
Yeah, by the time that you have arrived at the inn, some people have already come to collect Lodryn, accompanied by a cleric who performed a ritual to maintain the pristine nature of the body.
10 days.
For 10 days.
Sorry. I think I had about 3 days left on mine.
Oh yeah, you did that 1st, right?
Or just me being excited. I know that spell. I know that.
I know things.
Did you guys collect his bag? Did he have anything of use in his bag? Or did they send it with him?
I didn't go through anything.
She looks at Steen and looks at Lumo and looks at Steen and looks at Lumo.
I've been in my room the whole time. I don't know.
Would Steen have gone through Lodryn's things?
No.
Did you see if they took them or if they still in his room?
Probably. Would I have paid attention? Because Carr was watching over him.
I was watching over him. We'd have to ask Strad, really, but I didn't see them take anything but him. Really
So then, Drad,
I
we need
was
to.
probably eating breakfast in the bar.
As they didn't take anything out of his pockets or out of his bag. They kind of just picked him up and put his just him with his bag and belongings into basically would have been a large crate. After performing the ritual, they did not take his quarterstaff that was leaning on the wall.
Well, there's that, and I point to the quarterstaff. Can any of you use that? It's a bit long for me.
Plank
Ditto.
growth. What's the plank growth there? I'll grab it.
All right, then we're onward. We have been invited now, as a matter of fact, to the Archduke's house.
Which means I hope you're all ready to go.
1, 2, 3, go. Let's go, guys.
Apparently
Now
it was
then.
more of a command than anything, so he sounded not particularly happy.
Be ready to fight.
Exactly.
We're going to fight.
Yeah, so as we walk, I'm going to be keeping an eye out for any sort of ambushes or anything.
Okay, go ahead and for those that are keeping active watch on the way to the manor house, a set of perception checks.
Yep.
Motherfucking assassins.
The three of you that rolled more than a 15 definitely get the feeling you're being watched, but no one makes any move towards you, or there's no advances. Just looks like people, you can definitely catch people that are lingering their glare on you more than other people around you as you walk that way.
We're going to be fighting a lot of people today.
Tell your description before I can click the button. So
Hopefully no more than necessary.
bum, bum, bum.
So just again what our manor house looked like.
Look like?
Yeah, there's like 4 million rooms there. That's fine. That's fine. No big deal.
Yeah, that's not imposing at all.
Now remember, we're going here for diplomacy.
We'll see how long that lasts.
Keep the guys on it for as long as we can. Although, really, it's not guys. Taft could benefit from this.
Alright. So, after winding your way throughout the city, noticing several lingering gazes, you make your way to the manor house. You stand on the street outside its front door. How do you wish to proceed?
Is this house part of this building or like to the side?
The picture I shared with you is the so the house itself is directly in the middle of the plot of land that is obviously magically enhanced with growth, grass and shrubbery, and even some flowering plants, which exist nowhere else in the city.
So we're standing on like the regular city street before
The regular
you step
city
onto
street,
the
yeah, before
property.
you step onto the property. And so it's like 4 city blocks, the property is, with it being in the exact center of those 4 city blocks.
Okay. And is it just like an open street, or is there like a gate?
There's a long hedgerow that kind of goes around the outside of the property with an archway with no gate on it, both at the back and at the front up here, and then in the back there's the large like to the archway here is more like a walk path up to the front door. In the back it's more like a road that has like a little circle drive, and the road part actually has iron gates on the back side of the house. They don't look like they're not like, they look more decorative than they do actually structural, especially considering that the wall is just very dense shrubbery.
Okay. Before we step onto the property, can I examine the edge of the hedgerow for any kind of like runes or anything like that that might indicate some kind of trap?
You can investigate, yes. Run through the investigation roll. Yeah, thoroughly kind of looking over the hedgerow around and along the archway and the like, you see no notice of any physical traps nor any markings indicating any magical no runes or anything like that.
Okay. The last thing I'm gonna do is just take like a pebble or something from the street and like just toss it across the edge. Just a little like boop.
The pebble flies out of your hand through the air, and it just kind of bounces along the little sidewalk, cobblestone sidewalk that's along the pathway, and just lands there. It looked undisturbed.
Okay. I'm gonna stick a foot out and kind of feel with my toe, just like I did when we were trying to cross to the tower.
Okay, yeah.
Just make sure that nothing's gonna trigger when we go across.
Hey, look, Izzy, up and down.
Roll a perception roll.
Me?
Yes. You perceive nothing different than any other step you've taken today.
Okay. I step across the threshold then.
From the outside, you would look very humorous.
Oh, I'm sure.
As any passing by onlookers would kind of look at you a little strangely, but you notice no difference, no effect, as you take a step onto the enchanted grounds.
Okay. I look back at the others and kind of shrug. Can I touch the grass?
Mm-hmm.
Izzy, come on, we don't have time for this.
This is just. I'm sorry. This is just weird. Okay.
I understand.
It's very lush and thick. It's probably fescue in nature.
Really nice grass.
Can I pick a blade and kind of smell it?
The fresh cut grass smell.
Oh man, the people on the street are just staring at us like, what are these pumpkins doing?
I shrug again and just kind of toss it.
I'm gonna go catch the grass.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna keep it.
Yep. Stow
One
away the
blade
blade
of
of grass in your inventory. Yes.
This is our new god. Excuse me. This is our new god, everyone.
Okay, I guess I start walking up the path then.
Okay.
I follow behind Izzy.
Still keeping an eye out as I go for any any runes or anything that might indicate that something's gonna pop out at us.
You make your way all the way up to the front door. Is a double door, not large, massive double doors, but just like a double regular sized doors that look to be ornately carved out of solid oak. They're quite extravagant.
I reach around Izzy and give it a small knock. And then step back behind Izzy.
There is no response.
Is there like a knocker or a doorbell or anything?
There is a knocker, yes.
Can I try that?
Mm-hmm. It's nice, ornate, like gargoyle figurehead with a ring in its mouth. And you pull the knocker back and knock it a couple of times on the little, which appears to be like a little brass plate for it to knock against. And you can hear it ring inside a good ways. And you sit and wait, and no response comes to the door.
I just try to open the door.
I check the door for traps first.
Okay.
Izzy's a little bit paranoid, okay?
Yes. Understandably so. Go
We
ahead
got
and
worst carolers
investigate.
ever.
Sorry, investigation, right?
Yes, yes. The door is quite ornate. None of the carvings look to be arcane in nature, nor do there appear to be any, tripwires or pressure plates, nor does it even appear that the door is locked.
I look at her with my hand on the knob, kind of waiting for the okay
I just give him a curt nod.
to open the door, or try to. Every new map is just closer to death.
It's all over.
I like the rug, the circle one.
Really ties the room together.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So you see, as you kind of just, as I imagine, you're just creeping the door open, trying to look through. You see two large set of staircases that kind of go up, and then right in front of you, and then as they go up, then they turn and go up a little bit further, like the left one turns left and the right one turns right, into obvious hallways on the second floor. Then you see pretty stone walls lined with all kinds of extravagant paintings, and it's definitely like you see solid gold candelabras on a shelf, and some very, very ornate and expensive tastes throughout this little foyer area. And you see a long hallway, both to the left and right. See some doors to the left and right. There's like a large bookcase on either side of the room, and on either side of the bookcase is a door leading to the left and a door leading to the right. The long hallway extends back behind, and in the middle of the hallways you see a door to the left and right, and then you can even see all the way at the end of the hallway that it looks like another room that kind of opens up like this one does a little bit, but you can't see much into it, and you see at the very end of that hallway what appears to be the back door. Very similar to this one. And then let me pull you all onto just the map as we enter here.
Woohoo!
And while I'm doing so, everyone hit me with perceptions, top to bottom.
Booyah.
Alright, and I've pulled everybody in, but you can rearrange yourselves in whatever way that you would actually enter the manor house.
Pretty good.
But
Pretty
don't
good.
go far, don't go any further in just yet.
Just gotta put all the mind players on the map first.
Yeah, you gotta load them all up.
Just be rude to barge in.
Izzy's kind of thought of something as we were walking in. Can I pull out the folded parchment that I have, and also the note that I got from the ambassador guy, and compare the handwriting on them?
Nice.
Go ahead and roll a separate investigation check with advantage. Ooh, drop that 2.
Yeah.
The one that says they to come now was definitely written hurriedly, but the same kind of scripting. The other one looks very official and like time was spent writing all the letters and all of that, but the handwriting looks as though they're from very similar, if not the same source.
Okay. I pack both of them away.
Okay, so now, back to the perception rolls. Lumo, Steen, and Bijou, and even Car, yeah, that far back. You all hear voices coming from upstairs. Very gruff, very deep voice. Sounds like one is coming from the top left and one is coming from the top right. From their respective hallways that are going either side. And one, you're hearing you hear them counting. They're on like in the 40s counting. And then the other one you hear clear, 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 coming from the right side.
So what's the move here, Miss Diplomat?
Hello.
I like it.
Hello.
You hear from both sides as Bijou's voice kind of rings out down the hallway. You hear kind of like a grunt, and then you hear like thud thud thud, like it's big heavy footfalls. One pair coming from each side, coming to the top of the stairs. You see. What do you see?
What do you say? I don't know. You tell me, boss.
Like, how do I fit Tiamat in this building?
Oh God.
Each, yeah. Wasn't feet.
You see two large half-dragon, look to be mercenaries, as though you had seen a couple. You saw several coming and going earlier out this week. And they're like, "You!" As they come skidding to the top, to a halt at the top of the stairs. "You're late! The rest of the mercenaries have already left. They left yesterday."
My apologies. I think you have us a smidgen confused. I'm Rosalina Constantine Bijou Minder Andor Fillon, and I'm here to meet with Archduke.
You can kind of hear them hiss a little with their tongues as they kind of cock their head. You're not one of the mercenary groups?
We're not saying that we're not, but that was not our purpose for today.
And you have a meeting with the master.
It would assume so. He sent me an invitation himself that said he must meet with us immediately.
At this time, you hear a door slam in the back, the very end of the hallway.
Like leaving at the other side?
No, coming off from sounding like it's coming to the right from the right.
Okay. I was like, oh no, he's gone through the back door.
as a robed figure kind of comes trotting out into the hallway. You fools! It's them! And roll initiative.
Is he still fumbling with her papers, apparently?
Okay, what did I miss?
We're fighting people.
I got that. I came back to see initiative rolls.
Well, roll initiative. You got
I
it.
did.
You see both of the half-dragon mercenaries that were kind of eyeing you cautiously come to attention as this third person comes into view. Bijou is first.
All right. Let's see if I can remember how to work this.
I need to relearn how to do things. Don't worry, I couldn't find a perception roll earlier to save my life.
Here, there, okay, so he's right here.
All right. I start speaking, and I wasn't ready, so I dissonant whispers on half dragon on the right.
The one on the right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so he is he fails his saving throw. What happens to him from the dissonant whisper? I know he'll take damage, and then there's a secondary effect.
And he must immediately use its reaction to move away, far away as speed allows from me. He doesn't go anywhere dangerous, obviously, just away from me. So,
Okay. You go ahead and hit him with the damage.
Why did it do so much?
Did
Did I push something wrong?
Did you have control or shift or held down?
Maybe. Sorry.
Yeah, that one makes the damage as though it were a critical. So I can fix that. though,
Okay,
so
take half of that off or something.
Push some critical
Take the bonus
whispers.
dice off.
You can still kind of see him, but I don't have it. I don't have the third dimension on the map. But he takes off running back up. So there's a set of stairs that go up just like this, and then there's like a small landing platform, and then it's a 90-degree angle, and then stairs that go up into the hallways up above. And he has run directly up those stairs, and he's at the top set of those second stairs. And I can't really show that on the map, but so I'll still leave him there because you can still barely see him. Although around the corner and up, he's like at 3/4 cover, but you can still see him barely at the top of those stairs, right on the edge of that hallway.
Robed guy looks like a finger wagger.
He's a rope guy. That's all I'm going to tell you. You haven't seen him cast any spell. That's the...
Alright, I'm gonna run at him and use my step of the wind to get to him
Okay.
with my bonus action, so.
As you get closer, you notice that there is a bit of a blur around him.
Of course Okay, well,
Before
I'm
you
gonna...
roll any attacks, let me double check to make sure that I've actually got change something that I have to because there's no effect for it. Okay. And then, yeah, fire at will, so to speak.
Yes!
Yeah, just
Before
do that.
Before you roll damage. Forgot exactly. I don't have to roll something to see if it actually hits or not.
It depends if it's a blur or if it's mirror image.
It's mirror image.
Okay, then yeah, I think you roll, and then if it's higher, there's 3 images, so I think you have to roll if it, and then if it's higher, then, or I have to roll or something. Whatever you want to handle that.
Just you go ahead and roll. I'll put it in your hands then. To roll a d20. If you have 3 duplicates, you must roll a 6 or higher to change the attack's target to a oh wait, I guess it was supposed to be me that rolled it.
Oh, okay.
So 6 or higher on the if they have 3 duplicates, targets a duplicate.
So low is good?
So low is good on that roll, yes. And then with less duplicates, it's a higher number that you have to roll under. Okay, yeah, so, yeah, the first punch you punch just obliterates what appears to be a shadowy blur.
Okay.
But the robed human just stares at you with a mocking grin on his face. Turning it into the flurry.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, now go ahead and roll the second d20 just to see.
Ha!
And your fist again smashes into what you think would be this robed human, but your fist passes right through as the blur around him lessens yet again. This final attack actually connects. Roll your damage.
I feel like you're about to say something about the damage.
Oh, no, I am not.
We can actually see that now. By default, it seems.
Yeah.
That is a new thing that they've added.
Oh,
It's
the
dude
save
versus
too.
DC 14.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, I don't have to show you. You don't have to do that anymore.
Awesome. Yeah, so he fails his save and is stunned.
Alright, cool.
Whoop whoop. Should I go for number 6? You know what? I'm gonna slam my shields together and protect these two ladies.
Okay. So you're going to use your bonus action to transform your shield into the defensive position? Okay.
And, shit, I forgot what we call that skill. Oh no, it's on the weapon.
Alright, what do you do?
I just add the reading here. And I'm stepping here to protect these two from Dragon 6. And
Oh, sorry. Are you
dodge action.
okay? Izzy's gonna pull out her dagger of returning.
Okay.
Get about there. Which I think means I'm like, can I see either the half dragons from here?
You can see the one on the left. The one on the right would be completely obscured by the stairs. This one, the one on the left, would have maybe half cover due to the effects of the because they're they're up the incline of the stairs.
If I step back one, would I get a better view of them?
Yeah, you wouldn't. I don't think you'd be undercover at all if you're
Okay.
still in front of the stairs.
Okay, so I'll get to there and I will chuck my dagger of returning at him.
Okay. Didn't quite I described it the other day, but I know it's been forever ago. These half dragons are in plate mail and have both a long sword and a short sword strapped to their backs, or actually at the ready now.
Right. Okay. So misses, but goes poof back into my hand.
Correct.
I keep running past him.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's 25 feet. So I will throw it with my offhand, but that'll be past my 20-foot range, so that means disadvantage, right?
That's correct.
Why didn't... Oh no,
Stunned.
it did
That's
say...
what. Yeah. So he had.
Oh, okay.
So you had advantage and disadvantage canceled out.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Boop.
That would since both he's right next to Limo, so that would still trigger the sneak attack.
Oh, right.
Does he still have a mirror image left too? So I got by one of those.
Oh crap.
Oh yeah. No, there's still one. There's still one mirror image left. So, okay, so let's back up just a hair.
Okay.
I'll reset his hit points like the damage didn't go through, and then if it does, then we can just apply the sneak attack and actually get do the full damage.
Right.
Okay. Now I'll let you roll the d20. Let's see. Nailed him.
Good. Okay. So then I can apply my sneak attack.
Correct.
Okay, that's not bad.
Boop boop.
That'll do.
And then it goes poof back into my hand.
They also have. Oh yeah, I forgot. But they also have heavy crossbows. But they're dual weapons or what's at the ready. You can see that as the people darted past, just out of view below, the half dragon's view turns back towards them. The half dragon takes off running and leaps off of the staircase.
Oh, that's not good.
All the way off the staircase, all the way down along the edge of the wall, and you can see him kind of even kind of break his fall with the wall itself a little bit as he lands kind of right at ground level, up against the wall, turns and takes off towards Lumen.
Not quite close enough for an attack of opportunity either.
Why did that do advantage? Oh, because of the... Oh, that guy's stunned. I still don't want to do advantage.
Because he was attacking the robed human?
Oh, well, that's why. Because I clicked on the wrong...
Yes.
Because reasons.
Yep.
See it just kind of start swinging its weapons in a flurry, followed by a short sword. You see that it gets a little bit somewhat enraged as it then takes off for another flurry.
Uh-oh.
Just long swords, so.
Oh, okay.
I just chant a little bit of Kragan and launch a sacred flame.
Nice. Oh no, that's their success, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I just have to think
Not
about
so-
that. Yeah, I don't guess I'll do anything then if he succeeds.
Yeah, because that's a radiant flame is all or none, right? It's not a half
Yeah.
damage or.
Yeah. Okay, never mind. Yeah, it worked. Yeah, that's that.
Okay, so he had to run his entire speed up to the top. He's going to run his entire speed to get back to here. as his action to take off running off the side and leap off the side. And it looks like he's pretty much trying to land directly on you, Izzy. So roll an acrobatics. Versus his athletics.
Uncanny dodge.
Okay, so he's going to land with the full force of his weight and full plate, trying to smash you into the wall and the ground and everything that he can smash you into. And so with Uncanny Dodge, you will take 7 points of damage.
Okay. Oh, you put that on me already?
Yeah, and then as he lands, he's basically going to land on you to basically soften his own fall as he crushes into you up against the wall. And then he doesn't miss a stride as he then follows. All the way to here. And as he runs, you can see him flare with a fury. Still makes an attack on them.
That's right. Attacking a god. What the fuck do they expect?
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to cast Crown of Madness, and a red crown is going to circle above my head, and I'm going to send it to that robed figure.
Okay. I rolled exactly what was necessary to save against your spell.
Crafty bastard.
What all does it does it show you the full thing? Does it say save 14 versus DC 14 for the whole? It shows you the whole.
Mm-hmm.
That's cool. Every time we play, there's added something new.
Right, so that red crown went flying off to the wilderness.
Mm-hmm.
Does he still have a image?
Yeah, he still has one. So roll the d20, and yep, make it through the image. Punch in.
Punching McDamage.
Okay, gonna turn around and punch after I. Oh, that could have been more exciting.
Yeah.
1d6s aren't very big dice.
Nah, they're not.
got a Jackie Chan movie going on down there.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Looks exciting.
Alright, I'm gonna run to the side of him. I did punch all three of them, so my mobility kicks in.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, so they don't have to worry. Yeah, there's no reactions to be had.
Actually, I'm gonna run over here.
Rawr.
This robed guy just looks like generic mage fellow, or like, does he have a quarterstaff, or?
No, he does not have a quarterstaff.
Does he look like he's like the robes are of something of rank, or just some schmuck?
They look nice, but they're not like ornate or they're not marked in any way. It's like
Okay.
kind of like I want to say like a very deep blue, maybe purple. I mean, they're nice. They're nice robes, but they're not telling.
Shit. I'm gonna try to use I don't want to use dodge action.
No, you don't. You want to
Okay.
fight these things.
Yes, I do. So pretty much I have a big ass shield on one hefty ass arm. And I'm gonna try to lightning lure this guy.
Okay. Yeah.
For some reason my spells are gone. Okay, there.
Yeah.
You succeeded. No.
Oh yeah, he rolled natural 20, as it turns out.
That'll do it.
Oh man, no damages. End of turn. Wah wah.
We're gonna kind of duck around Steen here and chuck my dagger.
Should be able to realize that if you're behind me, you can probably hide behind the big old freaking wall I am creating.
So does it do something about reflex saves or something if it's arced at you? I've already forgotten.
I'm pretty much a deflective barrier. Let me root to you. Yeah, I don't get strength and damage is reduced to a D4. You get 2 extra AC. Anyone directly behind me gain partial cover and advantage on dex saves to avoid projectile spells.
Everyone behind you
Wait,
gets okay. Advantage on dex saves.
Mm-hmm.
I checked my second attack at the rope guy. Is he still all blurry?
Yeah, he still has one blur left.
Just one blur.
Yeah,
I need
so
more
roll your
grog.
d20 to see. I saw a 3 and it said 19. Yeah, so the dagger chucks through, and what looked like it was square on target passes right through him, as now the blur effect fades completely.
Okay. And then the dagger poofs back to my hand, and I duck behind Steam.
Mm-hmm. Hmm. Let's see, it's probably under orders. He's got hit by the other people. No, he's going for Lumo. Although rolling absolutely the best today. They are.
Lumo's small, he's hard to hit.
Stare down that robe, son of a bitch. Is he still blurred? I don't know what else going on
No,
there.
he has not.
Okay.
Yeah, his blur effect has ended.
Fuck that fucker. I'm gonna do another Sacred Flame. I'll double fuck that fucker.
He also rolled a natural 20.
Oh, he's an ass. Just I would like to add that to my notes. Robed human is an ass. I'm going to drink more. Oh man, this stuff. Shit. So Lumo's taking a couple hits, but it's not looking too bad then.
Hey, Wolfen, when you level 7, didn't you get something cool? Something new? That let you do other stuff?
Yeah, I got. Well, not really. I got War Magic. They cast a spell and use a bonus action to use a weapon attack. I think that's why I got level 7.
So you just set. So you didn't attack, or were you not in range to attack?
I tried to do the whole grapple, cast a spell. That's as far as I can move.
Oh, as far as you can move. Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
You see the robed figure begin moving its arms in a large circle as it begins an incantation. As it does,
That's probably not good.
a blast of cold energy spews forth from his opened hands.
Ugh.
Man, I rolled a 20.
Oh, okay, that was fun. Or you can just ship me with Lodryn.
Ugh.
man.
He gets a wry smile as he looks at you. So he moves his hand up in front, and then he puts his hand forward, and as he does, he dissolves into mist.
Wait, I have a question about casting. If casters are in melee, don't they have some sort of disadvantage?
Only
Only if
for
they're-
ranged attacks.
Oh, that's not a range attack? Oh,
No.
okay.
And then he appears on the staircase in the back.
Hmm.
Half-Dragon runs as though to impede your path, kind of standing broad-shouldered. He swipes at Steen. Have you, done your
I
AC
just-
effect?
Yeah, well, there's no AC effect. We have 4. I just added +2 to the AC.
Yeah.
Well, +4 now.
From the shield. Yep. Missing. And now it is Bijou's turn.
Yep, keep swinging, buddy.
And now it seems readily apparent that he is some kind of finger wagger. In case that was went
I
unnoticed.
think we confirmed it. I don't know why, but I have suspicion that he's a finger wagger.
All right, now I'm ready.
One thing you did notice is as the cold went blasted out from him, it looks like it would have missed the half dragon anyway, but as it appeared close to him, it was as though it kind of like sculpted itself around him in a small berth, as though it avoided the half dragon.
All right, my eyes start to glow and I say, "Votre pere des doges," and I put dissonant whispers on him, on this little human.
Okay.
And I want to do a level 2.
Okay.
That means I didn't get him right.
Yeah, so he's not going to run away, but it does do still damage. I think it's half damage now. So what is the... Bumping it up to level 2, does that add a single
Yeah, it
damage
adds
die?
it adds 1d6.
Okay.
It would have been 4d6 and now it's 2d6. Do you just mean roll 2d6?
No. So what it does is it cuts the damage in half. So if you've got the 46 damage, just roll it on him, and it'll take the 46 and it'll automatically cut it in half.
Okay, how do I add a d6? Because I don't actually have it on my level 2.
Oh, that was on one of their Facebook posts recently.
Yeah. So if you, I think if you left click on the damage, and then like hold it open and then right click, it adds a die. I think that's...
Yep. Yeah?
Woohoo!
Mhm.
Go Bijou.
Yeah, there it is.
Are you making him run away? No!
No, he succeeded.
Oh.
But my eyes are glowing, so get ready.
I don't have to chase his ass. Giving him free movement. Well, doesn't it use their movement?
It uses their reaction to run away. Something you can't do except under the force of that spell.
Because I'd like to reactively move more. Woohoo!
Actually, I want to move into that corner. There we go.
Okay.
Oh, he's gonna do some ninja stuff. Alright, I'm gonna try to knock this guy down. Shove him away.
Okay. Your athletics versus his athletics and/or acrobatics.
Yeah.
You feel as though that you're stronger than he is, but he seems to be positioned really well in the hallway, bracing, trying to prevent people from passing.
Damn, shield's heavy.
I'm gonna chug a greater healing potion.
Steen, don't you have extra tech? Didn't you get your tech twice?
Wait, do I? I thought it.
You're a fighter,
Oh
right?
yeah. Shit, yeah. It's been a while. I'm out of practice.
I would suggest reading your character sheet and stop playing your other game.
I'm not playing another game.
And I'm gonna run back around up the stairs towards this finger wagger. And I am going to attack him with my dagger.
Put it through his fucking skull.
I hope it's nice to that.
Yeah, that hits.
It sure
As
does.
As I attack him, I'm gonna glare at him and say, "Do you know my face?"
Dark.
You see his.
This is dark.
You see him kind of look at you. He was kind of side eye, but then he's, as you say that, his eyes are kind of open up. It may be some small amount of realization.
I get sneak attack because I'm swashbuckler.
Mm-hmm. Veterans. Don't seem all that veteran today.
Can I see Izzy from where I'm at?
Yes, you can. She would be behind a bit of cover if you were trying to attack her, but yeah, she's visible right there on the edge of the railing.
Throw a hill as my bonus action.
Okay.
Thank you.
I move around here, and I'm gonna stab somebody in the throat because I've been needing to do that for a
Okay.
very long time.
So he's trying to blockade the hallway a bit. So if you want to try to tumble past him, or force your way past him, we're gonna have to roll to see if you can make it. See if you can force your way.
So let's do it.
So what methodology are you trying to pass him by? Are you trying to evade by, or roll through, or you just swim, moving, spin,
Brute
move?
fucking force.
Okay, all right, I like it. Roll me an athletics check. Let's see, with Steen here, I was thinking. Well, I was thinking that. Steen's kind of bracing him back with his shield, so maybe I'll go ahead and give you advantage on the athletics check. but he is just too strong.
You give them new dice.
They do really well, except for when they're attacking.
I can
Yeah,
still
yeah.
attack him, right? Just not.
Yeah, you know, that was part of that'll exhaust your movement to try to force your way by him. So that would have been your movement, essentially trying to push him to get by.
Okay, I'm still going for the fucking pro.
Linebacker. Lineman meets linebacker.
I'm gonna fucking eat his corpse when this is done.
Dragon tastes like chicken, right?
It all tastes like chicken. I'm gonna eat all these motherfucking chickens. That is my move. Thank you, Dungeon Master.
You see the robed human just like wheezing barely as he's like
Choke him with his intestines.
after that last stab in the side. You can see his breathing is very ragged, and he was holding himself up all prim and pompous, and now he's barely able to keep his muscles even upright. So everything is all sagged and slack as he's slouching quite a bit, holding his side. You will not succeed. As he starts to he begins anew with some arcane movements in his hand. Points out his finger as a streak of lightning shoots out from it.
Evasion?
Evasion.
Oh crap! I probably could have done that for that.
It was a Constitution save.
It
Oh,
was
that's
not.
Constitution.
Yeah,
Okay.
it wasn't a dex save.
Yep.
Okay. So do I need to roll a dex save, or does it do that automatically?
It should do it automatically.
Okay.
As he goes to cast Lightning Bolt. A streak of lightning, 5 foot wide and very long, I think.
He's the Emperor.
100-foot line, so I mean it's gonna blast all the way to the wall, like blow a hole in the back of the wall. If I can find the damn thing. So you succeeded. Do you have improved evasion or regular evasion? Are you level?
No, just regular evasion.
And
Should take no damage.
yeah, because you
Instead,
succeeded.
take...
Yeah, because you succeeded.
Actually, there is no improved evasion. It's just evasion is improved evasion. How do you know it, Dread?
Okay.
It says you instead take no damage if you succeed on the saving throw, and only half damage if you fail.
Okay. Yeah. So, as the lightning arcs out, you just kind of do, like one of these, the cartoony looking, like your torso kind of makes a little hole for just where the beam of lightning would have went right through. Not doing any damage to you.
I'm really thinking about Jim Carrey's The Mask. Hoi, 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 hoi.
And the lightning itself streaks back, slamming into Bijou in the wall. Although not slamming very hard, that's 4 ones.
Ooh. That's okay. We'll take that.
And then one more time he holds out his hand out in front of him, and you can see he closes his grip as he turns into mist.
Ah.
And reappears on the stairs, on the opposite stairs, but this is he's like, so there's a landing platform right at the top, and then there's another set of stairs, so he's almost at that top of that second set of stairs. 30 feet straight over. I can't quite do that on the map for that. So this, after Carr tried to push him back and get by him, and seeing this giant shield in front of him, he kind of tries to maneuver his attacks around the shield over at Carr.
I cough up some blood and spit in its face.
And it is Bijou's turn. Bijou? Oh, I don't hear her talking. Is anybody else hear her talking?
Hey,
Oh, there you are.
There she is.
Yep, found her.
can I see the guy? Or do I need to go to that first platform?
It depends on what you're trying to, like, you can barely see him, like, so he'd be like at full 3/4 cover, but if it's a spell that doesn't have a ranged attack, that wouldn't matter, because you can see him, that's all that matters. You need to see him fully to hit him with some kind of spell, like something that's actually attack roll, then you would probably want to move up just to get the better angle on him.
But I can see him well enough to cast a spell on him.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, another level 2 Dissonant Whispers then.
Okay. Failure. Oh yeah, now hit the damage dice and right click to add an extra one. And then roll it on him.
Nice.
He can't even run away because he's dying.
That's right.
And I say again, well, while I was casting this, the same thing I said before.
Okay.
Basically, I called him stupid.
Fuck
Big
yeah, you
stupid
did.
head.
And I'm going to move forward a little bit.
Okay.
Go on, Punchy.
Punch him. Punchenstein. Punch him harder.
Okay, coach.
Alright. I'm gonna attack this guy.
Eat him. Yeah, so you got the big double shield locked together. Still, so.
I would likely be with advantage there, Walden. Now that I move there.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Pincer maneuver.
Yep, still hit him.
Yep. So that was your 2. Yeah, you go ahead and roll the damage twice. Just
Waka waka.
okay. So that was your action. Did you have any? Did you have a feat that let you do something with your field? Or
No.
bonus action knock him down or something?
I got shield master. Oh, yep. If you take, yeah, I can try to shove him.
You can either shove him
5
down or
feet.
shove him back.
Yep, shove him down. That would be nice, good old acrobatics.
Or athletics, right? It's
Or
your
athletics,
athletics versus their either one. Their choice.
Yeah, much better than the last one. But these guys are surprisingly strong.
Surprisingly, they're half dragons.
Whoa,
There's no
whoa,
surprise
whoa,
that they're strong. It just turns out you're actually stronger, which is probably the more surprising thing. But anyway,
We've exhausted him. All right, he's
Yeah.
just tired.
he's spending all of his time trying to hold people back. So when you sweep the leg, and he goes down as you push him down with the shield, he is now prone.
He collapses under the weight of the shield. That's what happened. Yeah. I'm just heavy.
I mean, you are a rock dude.
I think the word is dense.
I'm yeah. You got it. Bob made a pun.
No, that was just a joke.
I start to run by Bijou and I look at her and I'm like, you got him? He's dead?
He's gone. You get the next guy.
Okay. Can I see? This guy's knocked down prone, which is not good if I can't actually reach him.
Correct.
Can I see the other guy?
I'm gonna put him between the people and the shields, and then around the corner just a tiny bit. Put him half cover, so it'd be like a plus 2 to his AC or minus 2 to your attack. However you wanna, the minus 2 to your attack essentially.
What he's saying is you gotta shoot between everybody's heads and get him.
I think he's a little bit out of range anyway. Oh, although, could I squeeze on the other side of Steam like Carr is doing?
Small enough.
If that many people are in line, it's going to impose disadvantage on attacks.
Okay, so I'm gonna have
It's
disadvantage
already
no matter what I do.
it's already barely. We're kind of at our capacity with the squeezing rules.
Fire Marshal is not happy.
No.
Could you go here though because he's not prone?
Yeah, you could do that.
Would that be without? Wait, can I
You
get that
get
far?
advantage. He's prone. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah,
where you
I
moved
could. I
from.
could just get that far, I think.
That would allow you to squeeze by quickly.
Because you were right here. So are you jumping off the railing or are you?
Yeah, yeah. I was kind of at the bottom of the stairs right there, so I figured if I just kind of hop over the railing at the bottom.
5-foot fall.
Yeah, I think that'd be fine.
Let's roll an
Yeah, you can
acrobatics
hop
if
there
you
and
fall.
then-
And then get to there. I'll pull out my rapier.
I think that's good. Yep.
That's okay.
So are you going
so I'll
to sheath are you dropping the dagger to pull the rapier, or are you?
I only have one weapon out. That's the only thing. I'm
Oh,
holding.
okay. Yeah, that's right.
I've
You're
been
right,
using
you're
my
right.
dagger the whole time.
No, you're totally good. Yep.
Okay, so I'm gonna pull out the rapier, stab him with the rapier, and then offhand with the dagger.
Okay.
We're saying is the mage didn't warrant full effort, apparently.
No,
Yeah,
she was
one
doing it so
weapon's
she
good
could
enough.
multi-attack with the ranged weapon. That's what she was doing. Yeah, got him. Got him.
Got him.
Wait, and I can sneak attack with this because everybody's around him.
Oh yeah. Yeah, he's snook. Snooker.
Yeah. Yeah, what? Still
Dang,
not
that's
dead.
pretty
Jeez.
good.
Yeah.
Pretty good dice on that one.
And just stab down with my dagger.
That's really good.
so he gets a +1 because it's a +1 dagger.
Yep. And I think that's all my movement and everything I can do. So.
You got it. It's a cuddle puddle.
It's advantage, right? So maybe.
Yeah. If you don't even have to click it, it'll do it automatically because he's prone.
Okay.
It's not Car's day.
I'm going back to sit with Lodryn.
Oh.
Gonna stand up, kind of kicking himself off to the side a little bit. You can see him kind of growl with a very guttural throat movement, as you can kind of see him tense up his torso, and squeeze on his neck.
Uh-oh.
He attempts to back away a little bit. Doing so would provoke from Car and Steam.
Damn right.
Hold up, it's still got prone and knocked on. I mean, reroll. Reroll!
Okay. Yeah, that's better.
Well, it was the 2 is what was dropped, so it's hard to conclude. Is Steam going to take his provoke?
Steen?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you taking your provoked
Sorry,
attack of
sorry.
opportunity?
Yeah. Sorry, the door. No.
Oh no.
I'm not taking one at all. 2. Back, stupid door.
Alright, so he's moved that far. And he's going to try to use the rest of his movement to shoulder Lumo. To try to get by him a little bit. So Lumo, acrobatics or it depends on if you want to hold him in place. And if you want to keep him from moving any further, it'll have to be athletics, I think. That's up to you.
Huzzah!
You stop him from moving.
Nice.
Just strong enough.
Don't know why you guys are having issues.
Talking about, I knocked him down.
Yay, Bob's back.
Okay, so Steen, roll me one more deck save since you have advantage because of your shield. Oh wait, maybe I just do it. Hold up. Maybe I have to do it.
Also, evasion.
Yes, so... Yes.
Just roll the damage and then
Roll it separately and then apply it. Yeah, so Steen, roll me a dex save. See if you, because of your advantage.
Okay. Totally better than the first one.
Yeah, so you're gonna hit... You're gonna feel some heat.
Jeez, nuggets. I think we have to leave this place.
This is the first fight. There's gonna be 400 more in this place.
Yeah, pretty much.
We'll be back, guys. Hold on.
Oh, where's my fireball right now?
Oh man.
Just one more fire breath and you'd probably take some of us down.
Yeah, these, as you notice, fire breath, that was pretty potent.
Yeah.
And they rolled
Well,
well,
it's
too,
not
but there's
frosty
also,
anymore. I'm not cold.
And it's Bijou's turn. Ooh. That's either good or bad.
It's a nice color. I'm gonna go with good.
I do like the color of that, though.
30-foot radius. Will you help me out?
maybe bigger than that.
Yeah, bigger than that. You can move it. I'd try to move it off to the side. Here, let me help.
Basically, it's gonna hit everybody.
Well, no, that's 30-foot diameter. It's 30-foot
That's
radius.
That's 60-foot diameter.
Yeah, it's 30-foot radius, yeah.
Holy mackerel.
Yeah.
It's nice. It's good. It's good. It's good.
Eh.
She's
Oh,
just gonna
that'll do.
fireball everybody, like, fuck it, we lose.
Well, I mean, if that's a fight, let's move back about 15 feet.
The ninja vanish. Just driving right at her feet.
There we go.
Wow.
I know how to be so close to the action now.
Mhm.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm going to cast Aura of Vitality, which makes this huge bubble and encompasses all of us, apparently.
Mhm.
And I'm going to use my bonus action to cure Isla to gain 2d6 hit points. So,
Ooh.
Okay. Yep. And then every turn you still get your regular action, and then you'll be concentrating on this, and then can every turn can fire off bonus actions. So even if the battle concludes, remember that you're gonna still be able to do. Oh, that's sad.
Oh.
But
Better than nothing.
but for its entire duration every turn. So how long does it last? 1 minute.
1 minute.
1 minute. So you'll get 10 full bonus round activations. So even if the fight ends, make sure we use a total of 10.
Okay.
All right, Luma.
Alright, just figuring out which one's critical. Okay.
The one that let off his fire
Yeah.
breath.
So
He
he's stunned,
failed
huh?
and is stunned. Yes. And you get one extra, but this time it'd be technically an advantage. What did
It's on the other guy.
Oh, it's on the other guy. Okay. I was like, what?
Hmm. I think I'm gonna go at that guy like a train.
Do it.
Choo choo.
Yes. I'm gonna try to shove him past Lumo.
I hit him and then shove him. Is that, or what are you doing?
I'm literally just trying to shove him 5 feet.
Okay.
Damn.
Okay, so that takes up one of your attacks. You still have another.
Yup. Yup. I'm gonna try to shove him again. Wait, do it? Hold on.
Do you have to hit to be able
Hold
to
on.
do that?
Do I have to? That's what I'm checking. Nope. Just if I take an attack action.
You can use the bonus to shove. Okay.
Yep. Nice. I actually tried to shove him 3 times. Yeah. Cause it is, well, it's not an attack action, so I guess. Yes, he's total. All right, come on, He's got to be exhausted. No. Wah wah.
Okay.
Nah, I'm just in the way. Plan was good.
Well,
Plan handed it.
let's do a bit of a stabby stab here.
Oh man, I actually slightly lured him, pulled him to me, because strength checks.
Or not.
Oh no, he's got a second wind.
In that case, I'm gonna get the heck out of Dodge.
Yeah, so you don't have to hit him for yours either, right? You just have to make an attack at him and then you can
Right.
get the free disengage? Yep.
So we're gonna move back that way.
Okay. He's stunned. Okay, Car. Warm up them dice, buddy. Time is now.
Come on.
Time is come.
Is he at advantage? I don't know how the flanking actually, if it works.
No, you have to be diametrically opposed. There's the walls on the other side of him, so he's kind of like back to the wall. Here.
Swing and a miss. I really just hope I die. I haven't hit anything.
No, you can't die.
We all can die. Look at it.
Dude, I'd take melee hits all day from these guys.
I wish we could dictate things a little more than just, rolling and having to read.
What do you mean?
Like, most of the things, it's just dead. It's just dead air. It's just dead silence because everything's happening on the scroll bar.
Oh, okay, hold on. Oh, okay.
No.
I'll make this work. I will entertain you.
No.
Oh boy.
I regret speaking. I'm sorry, everyone. I'm sorry. I will drink more.
Shut up and sip your sippy cup. Sippy
Aye,
cups.
sir.
Yeah, so that was your bonus action, so you still have your action left.
Does Vicious Mockery use concentration? I can't find it.
It does not, no.
Sweet. All right, I'm gonna mock the dragon then.
Now you're mocking him. Jeez.
Stupid dragon.
Now it has a secondary effect.
This is mockery?
It does, yes. So you deal the damage. The one, so your 2d4 damage because you're 5th level or higher. But then they have an effect. It has an effect if you hit them.
It does. It has disadvantage on the next attack roll it makes before the end of its turn.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I guess that's not in there. But yeah, so if it has attack rolls, it'll have disadvantage on them.
I don't know how to add that to that.
I have faith in you.
I'll look at doing that later.
Okay. I'll write it down.
Where the crap was that? Should be advantage because the stun should end at the end of my turn.
That's right. Yeah, there's just no way in Fantasy Grounds to program that.
Yeah. Okay.
Not unless you apply the
Yeah,
stun
unless I
on the next
apply the
person.
stun afterwards. Yeah.
But then that wouldn't affect your future attacks that turn, so
Yeah.
yeah.
So that's one attack.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so you kind of 1-2 combo. Striking that plate. Unless you hit it just right. It doesn't seem to
Nice.
affect him. But that time you did. Hit him square on.
Woohoo! I'm gonna stand in a different position than behind him. Cause my technique. Fuck that. Shields unlinked. Bonus action used.
Okay.
Shit's going down.
Yep.
Took the gloves off.
Smack him with the gloves.
So you have the unlinked shields, and then now you're going to wail on him with your 2 attack.
Yep. Well, let me change my AC real quick. That way I don't forget. And it's hammer time.
Yeah. So you take that brief amount of time
Work.
to unclasp the 2 shields as they come apart, and using kind of the unclasping as you're pulling, you're also using your momentum to kind of back slice with the shield guard.
Yeah, I'm just providing tension and just releasing it. Momentum. Whack. Oh, son of a gun. A 1 and a 2. Jesus.
Yeah.
That's rough, buddy.
Yeah.
Good old 1-2, 1-2.
Yeah, you sling really hard, but when you go to select, when you pull that extra cool tension, you're able to waylay into the armor from the side, but that kind of throws you off balance as you then try to slash across with the secondary shield.
Mm-hmm.
Can I sheath the weapon and still get both attacks? My regular attack and a bonus action for offhand?
I believe you actually have to have 2 weapons to get the dual wielding
Mm-hmm.
Oh, because I was using my my dagger of returning to do that before. Is that wrong?
Oh no, the mage is alive.
Don't. What are you saying? Don't.
Well, him I stabbed right up in front, so. Okay, it's fine. I'll just take the one attack then, I guess.
Okay. Or wait to see if you hit before you make your decision. Technically, you can do that too.
Yeah. Okay. So I'll move up into my 20-foot range anyway. That should be right. And then chuck my dagger of returning at him.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I don't think there's a lot else I can do for my bonus action, so I guess that's it. I'll just wait for the dagger to foop back into my hand.
Yeah, not unless you run away and try to hide around something as your bonus action.
Well, he's otherwise occupied, so I think that's okay.
Yeah, so he's still been focused on Lumo.
Gotta kill the god first.
Uh-oh.
God damn it.
Still just a short sword, but
Sorry, I didn't mean to take your name in vain. Oh well. I'll get you back up. Okay. Question. 2 questions now.
okay.
Mass healing word. Can I count me as one of the 6 creatures?
Yes, you can.
Can I count a unconscious guy as one of the 6 creatures?
Sure can.
Well, oh, that's some nifty ass shit. Cool. Just rereading this real quick, okay. And that was my bonus. I'm walking here. I'm assuming half dragons are anatomically normal to most humanoids, so I step on his crotch. That guy. Will you let me through, Steam? Just assuming you will.
No,
Yeah.
no, get away.
Yeah,
No.
Steve will. And there's enough space between you that you don't have to worry about
I straddle my
him
god.
being able to stop you.
Straddle my god.
And
God, these
let
nuts.
me, by all of the gods of Kragos, let me hit something. Or Lumo's my new god. How about that? How you like me now?
How do you like me now? You're gonna miss. You're gonna roll 1 on the 2 with advantage.
I went.
Uh,
I went back and looked at the 2-weapon fighting, melee or thrown. Thrown does count as 2-weapon as 2-weapon fightingable for thrown weapons.
okay, so it is okay if I chuck the dagger of returning and then chuck it again?
Yes.
Okay.
Normally you'd have to have 2, 1 in each hand to be able to do that, but because it's the returning, it kind of bypasses that. So
Yeah, that
in your hand,
kind
and
of
then it's
made
in
sense.
your hand. So yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's how the dagger worked for Torgan too.
So is Lumo down for the count?
No, he got a few hit points from my heal.
He's
Great.
conscious, he's just still prone, I think.
Yeah, technically he'd still be prone.
Okay.
Okay.
Looking up at Car.
And I guess I still believe in my Kraken gods, so sorry, Lumo.
At least for now.
Do Kragans wear kilts?
Some sometimes.
It accompanies your big heavy armor really well.
Just a little bit of color.
Okay, so that's 3 of your 10.
Yes.
Vitalities.
Oh, this one. This is your first failure.
No, not on the mock. No, one of them has failed. The one on the wizard or the evoker failed.
It was Dissonant Whispers. It wasn't Mockery.
Oh, mockery. Oh, yeah. Sorry. Yeah. Yeah, the mockery. It's an all or nothing, I believe.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're technically prone. He's been rather resilient with his last 5 hit points.
Whoop whoop.
Finish him.
The final countdown.
Oh, we can do this. We can do it.
Oh, I hit him. For
There we
maximum
go.
damage.
Hey.
Hey, now I'm dying.
This is just the foyer, man.
Shit.
The
But it's a pretty
foyer.
empty building. It's gonna be okay, guys.
Car takes a drink.
I need many drinks.
Welcome to the Archduke's Manor.
Oh boy.
Drad, I hate you again.
So, dumb question. Aura of Vitality, does that heal us?
Yes.
It will so you've done. Okay, so I will guarantee
3.
that we will have your full minute before anything happens. So go ahead and pump all the remaining 7 of your vitalities all around, however you wish to distribute them.
Distribute.
A full
Oh, that's
set.
not an AoE heal.
It's
No.
not. It's an aura around her that she can direct once per turn at anyone inside of
Collective
the
aura.
Oh shit, 10 or 11 a pop. That's pretty nice though. Well, sometimes.
Yeah, it's 2d6, so 2 to 12.
Cool.
That's
All right,
not
there
bad.
they go. That's all.
Bijou,
Okay.
I am a fan of that spell.
Yeah,
Isn't
really
it
good.
beautiful?
Okay, so I imagine it's break time.
Sounds good.
Before we
Oh,
go, let's roll for some perceptions all down the list.
Uh-oh.
if
It's over.
well, yeah, if Drad's not trying to kill us in the next 10 minutes, I could, if we took 10 minutes, heal all of us for 2d8 plus like 2 or 3. But it's
Yep.
a 10-minute. It's a
Okay.
10-minute thing.
I don't think we have that much time.
Up to you to decide.
Woo.
I do have a few healing potions left if we need them.
Are we going to investigate the bodies?
Yes.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
let's go ahead and do
yeah.
that as well.
Particularly Robe Dude, because these other guys just seem like guards.
Guards with great things on them that hurt people, like fire breath. Let's take their fire breath. Let's do that. Weaponize it. Turn it into flamethrower.
Nice.
Wow. Oh,
All
crap.
right, so
I can tell you the mage was circumcised.
roll me a D100 card.
Oh, Jesus Christ, I didn't do that.
Oh,
Right click on the D10 and then do percentage. And
Loot
roll it.
tables.
78. That's
Not bad.
Too bad. Not bad.
All right.
Could have done way worse.
Let's take 15 minutes, and at 20 or 14 minutes, at 20 after, we will begin anew. with information on what that reveals.
Okay.
I hope we found a potted plant and we have a sorcerer and a druid and some other people to help us.
Hold that thought.
All right, be back in 14.
Yeah, kill some drinks. I'll be back.
I'm going to cut the Twitch stream so we can break it into 2 pieces. So I'll be right back.